March led by trade union Numsa is currently underway in Johannesburg. The protesters are proceeding to the offices of Gauteng Premier David Makhura, where a memorandum will be handed over. Another memorandum will be delivered at the offices of the Reserve Bank. The march is happening under the auspices of the Anti-Corruption Coalition, and it has attracted a number of political parties and NGOs. These include COPE, the Workers' Socialist Party or WASP, and lobby group Right to Know. Among their demands is that the offices of the Public Protector and the Auditor General be strengthened. Numsa is also calling for thorough and transparent lifestyle audits for public servants. Meanwhile, in the Eastern Cape, vehicle manufacturers have also been hit by the one-day strike. So for more on this, we cross to our reporter Mbongeni Mutwa, who's been following the march in Johannesburg. And Mbongeni, good to talk to you again. So Numsa's Irvin Jim calling this the mother of marches. It's 1 o'clock now. Has the numbers pulled in? What do you think?
Well, that seems to be a favorite catchphrase. Kosatu last week, you'll remember, they called their one-day stay away that it was going to be the mother of all stay away. So to call these things mother of all whatever is normal, but it doesn't work like that in reality. The numbers, certainly the numbers here, don't suggest that this is a mother of anything. It's a march, there's a decent turnout. According to my calculation, the numbers that we're seeing here are more or less the same like we saw at the Kosatu march last week. So I wouldn't say really that the numbers bear testimony to that statement, Natasha.
And in Mbongeni, the Chamber of Mines, they've had their hands full recently with wage talks and strikes. Why is Numsa going there?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that because a short while ago, an official from the Chamber of Mines passed by me here, and I asked her how she feels about, this is like the second week in a row that people are marching to the Chamber of Mines. The Kosatu march, when they were marching, they also marched here last week. Of course, it was in the midst of the coal strike, and the key demand that they were bringing here was that the chamber must or the employers must work very hard to settle the strike. In terms of the current march, the Numsa march, from the Numsa statement, it's not very clear as to what are the specific demands that they are coming to put across to the chamber here, except that there is a small paragraph in the statement that they released yesterday which outlines the demand, which talks about beneficiation. They want the government to move fast in implementing beneficiation. They've been talking about having certain minerals being designated as strategic minerals. The example, of course, is coal. Coal is used by Eskom to generate electricity for this country, but there's been a long-standing complaint that coal is sold to Eskom at prices that coal is exported or is sold to overseas customers. So people have been saying that coal for local consumption must be sold for local at local prices. They mentioned steel, for instance. Iron ore is the main input for steel. They want steel to be iron ore to be designated as a strategic mineral so that it can be sold to local steel manufacturers at discounted prices, not at the same prices that they sell overseas. So we think that the point of coming to the chamber here will be part of those issues. But of course, the Chamber of Mines itself is an iconic institution in the broader scheme of the economy of the country. It's the Chamber of Mines. Mining has always, the South African economy has always been based on mining. So when people march to raise economic issues, you would find them coming to the Chamber of Mines because it's a landmark institution when it comes to the broader scheme of things, Natasha.
All right, Mbongeni, thanks very much. We'll leave it there. That's our reporter, Mbongeni Mutwa, giving us an update on that march, that anti-corruption march happening in Johannesburg.